Hi, I'm Sarah, homeschool mom of 4. We're going into our 9th year. I wanted to share what we'll be doing for language arts this year. My 8th grader will be using the grade book through learning language arts through literature. And some of the literature texts that correlate with that are Daddy Longlegs, A Lantern in Her Hand, and in addition to that, he'll be using Fix-It Grammar, Robin Hood. Let me grab that. Okay, so Fix-It Grammar for level 3, and that is for middle schoolers, 6th through 8th grade. The learning language arts through literature, it covers a multitude of things: grammar, vocabulary, analogies, word studies, book studies, composition, narrative writing, persuasive writing, and research. So he'll be finishing up handwriting. I like to have everyone do handwriting. I used to type a lot, and my handwriting is not very great. So I want to make sure everyone has legible handwriting. And so we still continue to do handwriting throughout the school year. That's more of a morning time thing though. And that's it. And then they'll read their whatever they choose to read in addition to these chapter books that go along with their language arts. For my 6th grader, she will be finishing up the nose tree, and this is for 3rd through 5th grade. They do recommend you starting this if you've never used it before. And then she will be using the TAN book, which is for 6th grade, and that covers a multitude of things as well. I'm showing you my teacher books. I put everything away. I had to re-record this because my microphone wasn't working. So the TAN book covers grammar, vocabulary, spelling, reading skills, creative writing, research, and higher order reasoning. And so you don't really need the extra grammar, but we love this. They retain it so well. So a couple of books that go along with her language arts are Carry On, Mr. Bowditch, and The Bronze Bow. In addition to those, she'll be reading her own, whatever she chooses for her chapter books for her leisure reading, and then she'll be reading the chapter books that correlate with her language arts, as well as handwriting. For my 4th grader, she will be using the Orange Book, Learning Language Arts Through Literature, and as well, they cover grammar, vocabulary, spelling, writing mechanics, reading, poetry, research, and creative writing. She will also start the nose tree. It's my big dog just barked, sorry. And she will be doing handwriting as well, and then reading whatever she wants for her leisure time. Leisure time. I mean, just whatever she wants to read, she can read that in addition to the books that correlate with her language arts curriculum. And those are, so just off the top, The Boxcar Children is one of the books that correlate with the 4th grade. Okay. For my 1st grader, he will be finishing up Explode the Code number 1, and then he'll move on to Explode the Code number 2. And he'll be using the 2nd grade book for learning language arts through literature, but I think it's pretty on point for 1st grade. I've looked through it. I think the 1st book and the 2nd book are the only ones that I would say just a little bit ease into their grade levels, and all the other books are pretty much on point. So he'll do handwriting, read with me, and one of the books that he will be reading for his language arts curriculum is A Tree is Nice, and then Little Bear, as well as handwriting. So hopefully that was helpful. I would highly recommend learning language arts through literature. It's been a great curriculum. We've been using it this is our 2nd year, and I really love it. It's more of a Charlotte Mason, slower paced, but not too slow. And it covers everything. It covers a multitude of things. It's a really great curriculum. I would give it a try. I've tried, we've tried, not everyone has tried, but a lot of my kids have tried IEW. I did like that. It was just writing intensive. IEW, The Good and the Beautiful. We've done writing and rhetoric. We've done a lot of language arts curriculum. This is the first one that everybody's like, all right, yeah, that's good. We like that, So hopefully that was helpful, and give that a try. In case you've never looked at Explode the Code before, here is the number 2 book. So you just circle the right one. Phonics, it does a little bit of spelling. It's a really good traditional type approach to phonics. I do like this. So very good curriculum, very simple for your student to do on their own if they can. Of course, you're always there to help if need be. And here is a learning language arts through literature for the 4th grade level. So really, it's broken down in days. So they're very manageable chunks. Super good curriculum. I'd recommend it. So I hope that was helpful. I would definitely give learning language arts through literature a try. All the grade levels seem to be great. We do language arts about 4 days a week. Sometimes we double up lessons if they're a little bit short. Usually the first day of the lesson, the first day in the week is a little bit short. I believe a lot of times it's just like copy work or dictation, doing the spelling words and things like that. So they'll read every day. We'll do handwriting 3 to 4 times a week, and Fix-It grammar. That'll be done 3 to 4 days a week. We'll be doing Explode the Code the same 3 to 4 days a week, and our language arts curriculum about 4 days a week. So hopefully that was helpful, and have a great day. Happy shopping, curriculum shopping. I did get all of these pieces new. There's not a lot of resellers for learning language arts through literature, secondhand, I mean, like eBay, thrift books, things like that. So I did order these through, I was going to order them through Common Sense Press. That's where they are made from. But they weren't going to be here in time. And then Christian Book had them back ordered. So I ordered them through Rainbow Resources, and they shipped really promptly. So you can get those through any of those websites. I don't think you can get them on Amazon yet, but yeah. Anyways, have a great day. Bye-bye.